Look at this today, folks. This is train footage. A lot of you on social media probably already seen it. The train footage of all of these illegals hopping the train. You know, this is all over today. But what was it, 6 months ago? 6 months ago, we had Todd Binsman on here talking about how they're using the trains to get to the border, up to the U.S. border, deep from Mexico. And so, again, Todd Binsman was way ahead of the curve on this. But this is now catching the attention of Americans. And look at all these folks coming up here to the U.S. They're coming in huge, huge, huge numbers. I want to play another video very quickly and get your response to it as well. This is from the Darien Gap, and this is from what's his name, guys? The guy that's down there in the Ben Berquam. I played a little bit of this on the radio today. Watch this. This is really sobering. Here we go. Watch this. We need some audio, guys. I have two audios playing. All right, let me turn off. Let me close a bunch of this junk. I got so many things open now because we've been talking about so many stories. So let me get rid of all this. Oh, that was the train that you guys could still hear. All right, let me get rid of the train. All right, now I got rid of the train. All right, now let me back up to Ben Berquam. All right, here we go. Here's Ben.
66, 67. We can't be the saviors to the world, guys. You got to fix your own country. Venezuelans, it's time to fix. The problem is all the good Venezuelans are leaving, but so are a lot of the bad ones. 68, 69. The reason we did this is the second time we've done this reverse flow. Nobody else had done this before, and it just makes so much sense. The amount of intel you get seeing this. We're at 69 boats already, and you can always tell that last boat. You can see the ones covering their faces. There are people that are trying to flee their country because they want a better life for themselves and their families. They don't like tyranny and dictatorships. But then there are people that are fleeing that are the bad guys that are coming with them. You've got terrorists alongside Christians that are fleeing the Muslim terrorists. You've got the Tren de Agua cartel coming out of Venezuela alongside the people that want to get away from Tren de Agua. Here we're at 70. This is 70. 70 right there. 71. 72. Holy cow. ¿De dónde son? Got a bunch of thugs in the back half of that boat. 74. 75. Look at this. As far as you can see, it just keeps coming. It's not. 76. 77. 78.
For the sake of time, I'm going to skip a little forward.
101. Here comes number 102. ¿De dónde son? It's not an anomaly, guys. This is the new normal. This is what they've done. This is what they've created. What is the number right now? This is 103, 104. 104 boats in less than an hour and 30, an hour and 25 minutes. ¿Dónde son? Africa? Africa? This boat is like about to sink. ¿De dónde son? Venezuela? 104. Here comes 105, guys. 105 boats. And the reason we come here is because we're going into the pipeline to see what's coming to America. 105 boats, 160 yesterday. This is one tributary of the river of the invasion that's coming.
I want you guys to take notice. Look at what? No, go back to that. What does that guy have sitting there? What does he have sitting there, folks? What is that? What is that laying back there? Well, you know what that is. He's got a pistol right here in his chest. He's got a rifle. I don't know what that's an AR-15 or what that is. But anyways, if this dude, which I believe is security, if this is their security and they're that heavily armed out there doing what they're doing, well, what does that tell you about the people they're coming in contact with? And what does that tell you about the kind of people that you're going to be coming in contact with real soon? Because the people they're coming in contact with that they feel to be that high-powered, armed up, and have security for, well, they're about to be in your town. So sleep well tonight. Let's finish this.
Coming to America. You come down here and you can see what's coming. Sadly, Mayorkas comes down here and he just invites more of it. It's really unbelievable, guys. 105, 106, right here. 100. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. 106, 107, 108. China? Venezuela, China. This is, if you can believe it, this is 109. You can't even put your phone down because as soon as you start talking, there's another one, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, and more, and more, and more, and more. 115, guys. This is a machine created by the Democrats. 116. So that looked like the end of the wave possibly for this morning. 116 boats. That's somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 people in an hour and a half.
2,500 to 3,000 people in an hour and a half. We didn't watch it all. It's 12 minutes. If you watched the rest of it or backed up and watched it all, he was saying Venezuela, China, Egypt, a lot of people from China and Venezuela. We know Iran's running people through Venezuela. China, those shock troops, some of them that Gordon Chang's worried about and warning about as well. In conclusion, Leo, before we go to Pastor Art with a great report, tell me what your thoughts are on what we just saw. And because again, if they want to carry out terrorist attacks and go after the critical infrastructure, there you go. And Michael Yon said last week in the 45-minute interview, he said the American people need to wake up. They don't realize it. Among these people who are just fleeing persecution and want to come to America for the free stuff and the American way of life, with them, though, are people that will not think twice about murdering you and raping your wife and daughter.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary, Brandon. No serious country whatsoever would allow something like that to continue on its border. We are a nation run by traitors. I mean, I don't know what else you can say, because any nation run by, even incompetent or unprepared type of leaders would by now have figured out a way to stop that and shut it down. But it keeps getting worse.
And we weren't even talking. It tells you they're doing it on purpose. They're not
even trying.
And we didn't even get into the fentanyl, the banking crisis. Right. I mean, we were just really staying focused on a few things there.
But I will say this in closing. I predict that relatively soon, I would say within 3 or 4 years at the most, we as Americans, law-abiding, patriotic, tax-paying Americans, will be willing to pay money for trains and boats going in the opposite direction, because they're destroying this country. And it is going to get to a point, like I said, probably within a few years, that it just remains untenable to live in this country.
Or if you do, you will see families that can afford it having security. People you never thought would have bodyguards, their families will have bodyguards. Your neighborhoods that can be, your HOA, will choose to close off the neighborhood, have the gates closed. They will hire security to patrol the neighborhood, even if that means they take over the pavement of the roads, which many HOAs, if you take over and close it off, you then as the HOA now pay for the paving, maintaining of the roads, not your city or town. You will see, because I'm already hearing neighborhoods in our area talk about that, getting ready for preparing to raise HOAs, closing off neighborhoods, and adding security.